So the last video I did got a little depressing. Roughly 2.5 million people are estimated to have been killed in the original Korean War, and with the population of these nations having only increased since the 50s, the number is likely to be much, much higher. So, to balance it out, let's talk about something fun. Flags. They're everywhere. If you're into vexillology like me, that means you probably pay attention to flags everywhere you look, and you can tell the difference between a beautifully designed flag and a flag that's not so beautifully designed. Yep, this is real. It doesn't stop there though, because there are some truly beautiful fictional flags in video games, TV shows, movies, and other pieces of media, and it would be a crime if they didn't get some love themselves. So I took some time to gather what I believe to be some of the best flags I've seen in fictional works. In no particular order, here are 6 of the best fictional flags I've seen in media. Number 1. Frozen, the flag of Arendelle. Even those that haven't seen this movie have most certainly heard of it, so it's a pretty good note to start on. The Kingdom of Arendelle, inspired by Norway's beautiful geography, also has an equally beautiful flag to go with it. The Art of Frozen, a book created by the people who worked on the movie, has numerous depictions of various flags and crests of Arendelle, but they all focus around one general design. The background consists of a deep purple and sea green bicolor design, and on top, a crocus. The reason I like this design so much is for how simple it is, yet how much it tells us about the setting, and the kingdom as a whole. The colors themselves on the background are very wintry in nature, with their deep tones, and purple is a very popular color used to indicate royalty. The golden flower on the foreground, colored in 2 shades of gold, give off a feeling of peace, and all of this is what makes it a good flag. It makes you feel certain things about whatever it represents, all without saying any words. I won't get into too many details of what makes a good flag though, that'll be for another video. Moving on. Number 2. Fallout, the flag of the Brotherhood of Steel. Those of you who have played any of the Fallout games will certainly have an opinion on these guys. Me? Well, I just like their flag. For those of you who are unfamiliar, Fallout is a game series set after an apocalyptic nuclear war, and the Brotherhood of Steel basically started off as a group of people that deserted from the United States military days before the nation was essentially wiped off the map by a massive nuclear strike. The Brotherhood of Steel is centered around technology and military, particularly these beasts, known as power armor. That's really all you need to know to understand their flag, which is, in my opinion, one of the best flags I've seen that make use of the American flag. You have the use of the stripes, a clear reference to their American origin, but rather than a canton of stars in the top left, there's a sword over top gears, with wings spread out below them. Without knowing who they are as an organization, you can already gather 4 things. They are, or somehow were, related to America. They are militaristic in nature, they really like technology, and they know how to make a badass flag. Number 3. The Hunger Games, the flag of Panem. Now, there are a few flags I could be talking about here, so I'll specify. I'm talking about pre-Jennifer Lawrence flag, when children were forced to fight each other in gladiatorial combat. It was actually a pretty tight race between the Hunger Games Panem flag and post-Hunger Games Panem flag, because both symbolize well, but I ended up going with the evil one because the words in the blue variant are unnecessary. The red variant, though, gets so many things right. First of all, the hard lines and the jagged design makes it feel extremely harsh and rigid, much like the totalitarian dictatorship the people of Panem lived in. The golden red is a very authoritative feel, and mixed with the wheat, makes the whole flag feel almost communist, which, as we all know, is all you need to say to make someone seem like the bad guy. In the eagle's talons, you see it holding a bunch of spears, which harkens back to the American eagle. But unlike the American eagle that held both spears and olive branches, to symbolize both the fighting and the peace a nation endures, this eagle holds only spears, showing Panem is not interested in peace or niceties. All in all, a beautifully evil flag. Number 4. Dishonored, the flag of Dunwall. Dishonored, to put it short, is a stealth-based game that takes place in a steampunk, plague-ridden city, Dunwall. Dunwall, as a city, is depressing. Everyone around you seems to be dying, the city itself is heavily militarized and out to get you, and nothing explains all of this better than the flag itself. The flag of Dunwall is weird because it seems to represent the current state of the city and not the state of the city that it was in when the flag was created, but that doesn't matter. The flag itself has a very deep red background, with an ominous crow prominently spreading its wings. Inside the crow's feet, it seems to be holding a lightning bolt, showing how reliant the city is on technology, highlighting its steampunk nature. Over top the feet is a diamond with a silhouette that looks a little too much like Mr. Clean.
Got what you want, got what you need.
The flag is a very dark and ominous one, just like the game itself. Very well done. Number 5, Skyrim, the Flag of Winterhold. Skyrim is a game that's, well, if you haven't heard of it, just know there are dragons and stuff. The game actually has a plethora of flags for the different regions of the game for me to choose from, none of which are inherently bad. After much deliberation, I chose the Flag of Winterhold, although there is certainly something to love out of each flag, and if I do another one of these videos, I could see myself choosing another one of them. I thought Winterhold, though, among them all was the best design. The contrasting darks and lights makes everything on the flag really pop out at you. Additionally, the blues and whites gives off a very cold, wintry feeling, which, as the name implies, is appropriate to the region. In the center of the flag is a symbol, representing the famed Mage College of Winterhold. It's a very memorable flag because, unlike the others which, while having reasons for the symbols on their flag, they just don't stick in your mind as well as a flag with the symbol of a college on it. Who else would have that? No one. And with that, on to the final entry in our list. Number 6. Howls Moving Castle, the Flag of Kingsbury. Howls Moving Castle is an absolutely beautiful movie that takes place in a fantasy land, and if you haven't already seen it, I would seriously recommend you go watch it. Frequently displayed are the various flags of Kingsbury, but all of which, much like Frozen's flag of Arendelle, center around one specific design idea. This flag, one of the many variants, was my personal favorite of the bunch, as I feel like it best represented what I thought it was trying to tell the viewers. When you look at this flag and its pastel colors, it makes you feel at ease. The soft curvatures and gentle design makes it all seem very peaceful. Throughout the movie, this is also what the monarchy is desperately trying to have the people feel: ease and peace. However, what the flag and the rulers of Kingsbury are trying to hide is the fact that the nation is being ravaged by a terrible war, giving this beautiful juxtaposition between the lives of those who are saved from the war and what the government wants everyone to believe, and what's really happening, and just how close everyone comes to having everything they love destroyed. All because the rulers of separate nations are gridlocked in a brutal war that neither side can seem to win. A beautiful flag for a beautiful movie. And with that, those were my 6 favorite fictional flags in media. Flags are something that have always been very near to me, and so when I see someone else putting a lot of effort into something they don't necessarily need to be putting so much effort into, it makes me enjoy that piece just a little more. What are some of your favorite flags you've seen in games, movies, TV shows, or wherever? Let me know down in the comments below, and let me know what you want me to do for future videos. Sometime in the near future, I'm going to create a video where I talk about what makes a flag design good, and why it's important for media to make sure any flags they make are also good. To stay updated on my future content, hit the subscribe button, and ring that bell next to it to get notification for when I do upload new videos. If you enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate it if you gave a like. And to stay updated with what's going on in general, go ahead and follow me on Twitter. Links to that and my Facebook are down in the description below. This has been Historical Hindsight, and I'll be seeing you soon.